Hey gang, what's going on? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate each and every one of you guys taking some time to watch the video. And got a little bit different video for you guys today. You guys know that have watched the channel very long. You know that I talk about environmental issues quite a bit, and I'll continue doing that because one of the things that I do here on this channel, and one of the purposes I have this channel, is I really want to call, in addition to giving fishing tips and helping you guys catch fish, I really want to draw awareness to things that are going on that threaten the sustainability of our fishing for future generations. And that's what I'm going to talk about, not just fishing, but just our overall sustainability of living on this planet. And I'm going to go in today about some of the latest destruction that's going on Table Rock Lake. I've kept you guys updated on that in the past, and I'm going to continue to do that. When it comes to environmental issues and things like live scope, I guess I'm the one that's going to be the the person that tells everybody that the emperor's not wearing any clothes, because you don't seem to get this information anywhere else. But anyway, got a little bit of a wide-ranging discussion I want to have on this, basically from what I saw when I was down at Table Rock the day before yesterday. Now, the thumbnail in this video, it's a picture of one of the many mountaintops on Table Rock Lake that have gotten bulldozed down for development. In that video there, this particular one is called, I can't remember the name of it. It's Wilderness Lodge or Wilderness Mountain or Wilderness something or other. But anyway, to make a long story short, this was one of the most beautiful hilltops on Table Rock Lake. One of the most scenic hilltops that, I've seen since I was a little kid down there. Of course, some developer bought the thing out recently, went in there and completely bulldozed down every freaking tree on the top of this mountain, leveled it off, and built those condos that you see up there. Now, guys, this is not one incident. This is what's happening everywhere at Table Rock Lake. I mean, every single awesome mountaintop on that lake is getting bought up by developers. Developers are coming in there. I don't call them developers. Actually, one of my subscribers calls them destroyers, because that's a more apt term. They're not developers, they're destroyers. Coming in there, ripping down these mountaintops, bulldozing them down, putting up multi-million-dollar condos and homes. And I'm like, I got a buddy that's lived down on Table Rock Lake since the 1950s. He's a pretty old dude now. And I was talking to him recently. I said, where does this money come from? I said, who has the money to buy all these $2 and $3 and $4 million homes here? I just don't understand who's got the money. And he goes, Randy, he goes, these homes that you see there, he said, people don't live in those things all the time. These are weekend getaways for people that come down 2 or 3 times a year, and they just got someplace they want to stay down here. These are all out-of-state people that come in here. And it reminds me, if you guys watch the TV show Yellowstone, if you're not, well, a lot of you guys probably do, but if you're not familiar with it, the Yellowstone is about this family called the Duttons, and they've had this ranch in Montana since the 1800s, and they're constantly having to fight and protect it from people that want to come in there and develop the ranch they got. They got the largest ranch in Montana, and they're always fighting off these dang developers because they don't want it developed. They want to maintain the purity of that particular ranch. And it's the same with Table Rock, guys. It's a losing battle, man. If you would have seen that lake 40 years ago like I did, and you'd see it now, it's a shadow of its former self. And guys, this is not Table Rock. I use Table Rock as an example, but when you see the Wilderness Lodge or whatever that crap is up there that destroyed that hilltop, every lake around the country, all you guys see it on all your lakes. It's going on everywhere. But what's happening is, like on Table Rock, it's the same with the Yellowstone Dutton. The Yellowstone Dutton ranch, they have all these out-of-state people want to come in and develop their ranch. It's the same with Table Rock Lake. These are a bunch of out-of-state people that come in there and buy these multi-million-dollar homes to use once or twice a year on the lake. And this is what happened. This is the part of this is the part of this whole story that gets swept under the rug. People say, oh, Randy, that's just the way it is. That's growth. That's just progress. That's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of bullshit, guys. That's not progress. That's going backwards. Because here's the thing about in the Missouri Ozarks. The thing that is special and magical about the Missouri Ozarks. And guys like Johnny Morris know this at Bass Pro Shop. Johnny's lived here his whole life. There was a beauty in the Ozarks that is undefinable. You had the Ozark mountain range here. They say it's the oldest mountain range on earth. It's been weathered down over millions of years, but it's been here forever. The White River chain of lakes, you got Table Rock, Beaver Lake, Bull Shoals, Lake Taneycomo, Table Rock, all the stuff on this White River chain. Some of the most beautiful scenery you've ever seen. And what has happened over the past 30 or 40 years is the very thing, the beauty and the majesty of the Ozarks, the very thing that attracted people to this and made it special, is being robbed from each and every one of us from these developers. Every time they come in down there and bulldoze down a mountaintop and put up some non-essential $3 million mountain, it chips away the beauty and the mystery and the magic and the wonder of the Ozark mountain ranges. So what you're going to have now is take what's going on right now. The development down there is unprecedented right now. It's unprecedented. It's accelerating at a rate that I've never seen before. And you put another 50 years of that development on Table Rock Lake, and all you're going to have is these multi-million-dollar homes, completely all over the lake that have bulldozed down every tree on the lake, and they're looking across the lake at each other down at a lake that has 6 billion people buzzing around on it all the time. The very intrinsic value of the Ozarks is being destroyed before our very eyes, and there's nobody there to stop it. You don't have there's no reins on the thing. The county and and whatever agencies are responsible for giving the building and zoning permits, they don't care. They must be in the back pockets of the developers, because there's no regulation on it. There's nobody that stands up for the aesthetic beauty of Table Rock Lake anymore. It's all about who can make the most money and this and that. There's one mansion down there, guys. It's $80 million. It's for sale. This dude from Springfield, Missouri, built this $80 million mansion right on Table Rock Lake. Never even lived in it, and it's up for sale now. So just the ignorance and the greed and the lack of awareness is just breathtaking. Not only just Table Rock Lake, but everywhere across the country. So anyway, I'm just going to keep bringing this to everybody's attention, man. Every time that I see a picture of something like I saw at that wilderness, whatever it was down there, I'm going to do a video on it. I'm going to call them out. I'm going to bring awareness to this, because if we become apathetic to it, then the developers win, the polluters win, and we don't have the things that make, things worth living anymore. All you guys that love to hunt and fish and hike and be outside in the outdoors, it's getting taken away from you every day. I know there's a ton of dudes on this channel that love to hunt and fish. And most of you guys that fish love to hunt. Guys, we all need to wake up, because all your hunting properties, all your hunting land is going away. It's getting taken away from you every single day by developers, where the only thing that's left are guys that have private leases and have some high fence somewhere. That's what's going to come down to hunting, because eventually what's going to happen is these developers have so much money, they're going to start buying up public lands to develop. I have guys send me little clips in the news all the time about how there's some public lands have gotten sold off to developers for development. It's a cancer, man. It's nothing short than a cancer on our country that is disguised as progress and growth. There's nothing to it that's positive on that. So anyway, I'm just pissed on the thing. I guess I'm going to have to perpetually stay pissed off at this situation until we see some change. The only change is going to come from legislation. Until we get some Congress people and senators in positions of power that start passing legislation that gets passed instead of blocked, that's saying, guys, you're not going to do this. We are not going to allow you to come in here and take away something that has so much intrinsic value to the public just to make a buck. We're not going to allow that anymore. We've got to leave something. There's got to be something left, or like I said, in 50 years, there's not going to be anything to it. So all you dudes down there that have lived around Table Rock Lake, all you dudes that have been around for a long time like me, you've seen what's going on. You've seen the destruction. and it's not going to stop. It's accelerating, like I said, faster than it ever has right now. I've never seen the growth as fast as it is right now, and the destruction as fast as it is right now. So anyway, guys, just wanted to throw that out there. Thanks for tuning into the video. Much appreciated, and we'll talk later.